Here we are at Little Lakes Valley. The Sierra Challenge 2013 is already started, actually. Almost 3 hours ago. Getting a pretty late start today because I had to go find a camp spot up here along the Rock Creek Road. Couldn't find it at Rock Creek Lake, so I had to settle for Upper Pine something or other. And I'm here now, ready to give Bear Creek Spire a try, although there's a lot of clouds in the sky, and although not all of them are monsoonal, some of them are, so I may not make it today, but hopefully I'll just get some good high altitude acclimation in. So there's where I'm going, or aiming for. Cox Col should be right in here. Then I just go up and meet a little class 4 at the top. There's an hourglass shaped snowfield typically around here. Looks like it's completely gone now. Definitely a very dry year. Moving right along, coming into Heart Lake. Spotted a beautiful little family of gentians over here. Sun's up, but it's kind of behind the clouds, so that's probably why they haven't opened yet. Some Indian paintbrush too. Here's a few more. Also not open, but they're shaded by a bush. For some reason though, that doesn't seem to be stopping this one. Looks a little bit different than the regular ones too. Maybe this is the Little Lakes Valley variation. Quite a few people on the trail today heading out. I enjoyed my backpacking trip, and I'm really glad to be day hiking again. A couple of guys with 2 dogs up there. We left the trailhead about the same time. This is Long Lake. There's the target. Looking any easier? Chickenfoot Lake is down there. I think this is where we came up back to the trail right before the Whitney trip. As I recall, we just went right across the trail and straight up here. So I guess that's what I'll do today. There goes one of the gem lakes. Thought we were higher before. Maybe up in here. There's the Treasure Lakes. That one back there looks like it's got quite a bit of the glacial silt. It's like a pretty steep wall to get to Cox Col. But maybe not. We'll see as we get closer. Still some clouds coming through. Not a typical thunderstorm day. Thought I heard a strange noise. A couple of grouses. So this is what that big plateau area looks like above the treasure lakes. Kind of a maze of trees over here. A little bit tougher now, just boulders. Pretty stable, but not the nice dirt paths I've been walking on. Kept hearing what sounded like water coming down over here. I couldn't tell exactly where it was. Found it. Looks kind of brown and dirty. Probably coming from a glacier up there. Well, the terrain got a little easier, and then I was here at Dade Lake. After I got here, I heard a small rock fall, and I heard some voices. I think there's a couple of climbers going up. I think this is the north arête of Bear Creek Spire. There was one down here before, and the time it took me to get out my pump and filter a bottle of water, he climbed up there with his friend. Cliff over here. Fortunately, I'm on top of it. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to lose a little bit of elevation eventually to get down off it, it looks like. I hear more water running over here. Can't see anything from here, but I can sure hear it. Here's the little stream. Big gray cloud, but blue sky coming behind it. Hard to know what to make of the weather today. Trying to cross this steep sandy hill. Looks like it made for a great route down. But as I'm going across it, I'm finding enough embedded rocks that I don't slip down too far. It's like boulder hopping on the side of a hill. There's the sand hill I crossed. The rock's gotten a little better now. Still an awful lot of loose stuff. Or not a whole lot, just enough to make me watch out. Comes another gray cloud again. This is getting a little more interesting. slogging through sand, that's for sure. Well, I came around the corner and it looks like what I'm on should work, or at least connect to down below without losing too much elevation. Another dark cloud. These climbers are getting up there. I see the one. I think that's him. I don't think I'll be able to stay on the summit too long. Wind could be blowing pretty good up there. Yeah, I wonder if what's one of our targets for tomorrow. There's the lower guy. Here's this ridge that I'm on. Pretty nice view of Little Lakes Valley. You got Dade Lake, the Treasure Lakes, Long Lake, Chickenfoot Lake, Box Lake, Heart Lake, Marsh Lake, and Mac Lake. Box, Heart, Marsh, Mac. And big old Mount Morgan. Maybe that's the other one. It's kind of reddish. Looks like a good transition from that ridge I was just climbing along. Over to the final hill. Question now is, where do I go? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I know it'd be best to stay closer to this, but it looks steeper over there. Guess I'll just head up and see. Some backpackers. Okay, the wind has stopped. I'm getting hot now in my jacket. Probably take it off when I get up there. Well, here's Cox Col. I think that's Mount Gab. That might be Mount Hillgard out there. That's what I have left to climb up. Somewhere up there near the top is where the little bit of class 4 is. I think that's Lake Italy. Nice big yellow daisies blooming up here. That sure is a nice one. Okay, we're going up. Weather doesn't look too threatening. I'm staying warm enough. So let's meet us some class 4. Kind of following a use trail up here. Probably just helps me take the best way through the boulders. Now as far as where to go up. Getting close. I thought the use trail had disappeared into the rocks, but I seem to have picked it up over here. It's pretty slippery. I think I'll try to take that down. Found a better looking Sky Pilot. I don't think I'm going to get Mom up here though. This is a little out of her league. Okay, I think this is it. This looks familiar, having seen Bob's pictures again recently. So I guess you go up here, traverse across, and then back, possibly behind that block, somewhere over here. Well, there it is. Bear Creek Spire Summit Block. No, I have not been up there yet. It's going to take quite a bit of courage to get me up there, that's for sure. Meanwhile, though, very nice view of Little Lakes Valley. I feel like you can see everything in it. Even the Eastern Brook Lake and Rock Creek Lake. It's definitely Lake Italy down there. So this is probably Granite Park and the Royce Lakes. Unfortunately, I think the summit block is blocking a lot of French Canyon, but I think that's Puppet Lake there on the left. Maybe Paris Lake behind it. Then Alsace Lake over here. Actually, that closer one might be one of the Royce Lakes. So there's Rock Creek Lake and Eastern Brook Lake and the rest of Little Lakes Valley. There's Lake Italy. I think the toe part is pointing towards me behind this rock here. So I think that's the big lake below Spire Peak that I went around last year. So that would make that Royce Pass option. Then Spire Peak and Bear Claw Spire. Between those two is Royce Pass. So that lake back there might be the biggest Royce Lake. And that one down there is probably the lowest one. Well, even just getting around here up on the ridge is not easy. Including even just getting over there. So that's what it looks like over there. Well, the registers don't seem to go back further than 2007, so I probably won't find Bob's entry. Nevertheless, I've made my own and there's room for more. And a working pen, too. Didn't have to get mine out. And just a reminder of the seriousness of being up here. I believe those are rappel slings. I guess people go down this way. Not me, not today. Okay, I just about got up there. I was able to touch the high point with my hand. So I was pretty much there. The hard part is the first step. And the key for me is this little thing right here. With a bit of a hop, I can get my right foot onto this thing here, in this little indentation, and it'll stay there good enough to lift myself up. Just below it down here, it's too slippery. My foot will just slide off. So just as I figured though, the hardest part is almost coming down. On the way up, if you can get a foot into this hole right here, that's pretty solid. From there it should be trivial to boost yourself up. But then I ended up with my right foot in here. And then it's like, okay, how do I get my right foot back to this thing so I can get down? Well, I've done it twice, but it's been kind of creepy. In case you're wondering, that's the penalty if you screw up. So I might try it one more time just so I can stand up there or sit up there. Or I may not. At least I've touched the high point. That's good enough for me. Okay, I think this is why I'm not that interested in getting into rock climbing. I've been up here for probably about an hour now. These guys still aren't up here. They probably started long before I did. Oh well, to each his own. So there's the summit block there. You can see these rocks are not easy either. A little on the scary side. And at this point, this is what Bob called the hard chimney. So I guess this is what a chimney looks like. Says the footholds aren't very good. And right down there is the bottom of the class 4. So all you got to do is go a little ways further this way, and there's an easy chimney. Easy being relative term. I guess the easy part is there's a big chalk stone in it, so you can jam your feet in there. Had to kind of struggle a bit to get up. Hopefully I can get down it without too much issue. Don't Don't really want to slip down here either. This is one peak that's got danger written all over the top. And before I go down, I'm pretty sure that's Spire Lake. That looks like the old Morgan Pass trail going up there. So I'm going to take a stab and say that reddish peak over there is Adamson Point. So tomorrow I should be over there looking back over this way. That's Pine Creek's Canyon and Mount Tom. Yeah, that's a little unnerving, jamming your foot down in this open gap, hoping it sticks on something. And then the other foot the same way. Thought there were more footholds going up. I guess not. Well, there's one here at the top, and one right here, but they don't do much. I think what works best is just to stick your foot in there and hang on until you feel it lock. This is not exactly a very good place to stand either. As luck would have it though, there's nice little handholds right about where you need them the most. Still scary though. Yeah, add that to the creepy list too. That's Cox Col down there. You better not be too fat when you come up here either if you want to squeeze through there. I just barely fit through there with my backpack. So here's the hard chimney. Yeah, it looks pretty hard alright. I guess harder than the other one. So here's your breather spot before you get to go down. About halfway down, then traverse over to there. That's it. Okay, I'm down. Well, from the class 4 stuff anyway. So there it is. Hard chimney, easy chimney, and there's the summit block over there. Fortunately, there's not a pile of bodies down here from people who've tried and not made it. And I'm not one of them. I did make it. I'll be going down this way now. Class 3 at first, then easier class 2. Alright, let's see how fast I can get down to Cox Col. It took me about an hour to get up here. I'm down. I think those climbers should be just about there by now. I'm at the low spot of Cox Col, it looks like. I'm going to give that a try, see how that goes. Earlier today I came up further over here. It was higher. Had more boulder hopping to do once I got over the top. Okay, this is probably not the best way to go. Very steep, very slippery. I agree with Bob. I don't know how this can be considered class 2. I think this is why I didn't come up this way. I definitely like my ascent route better. Well, for going up anyway. Just came down a big pile of sand over here, which was fun going down. But I definitely like sticking to these more solid rocks on the way up. Let's just hope I didn't drop too far and have to cross something really ugly now. Passed by Dade Lake, started around and decided to drop down here to the boulder field, which will now take me to the Treasure Lakes, where we spent our afternoon before the Whitney trip. Hoping the Eustra will get me back nice and quick. Got to get to it first though, it's on the other side of the lake. Finally back on the regular trail. That Eustra is not pretty. You think it's going to be great, then it goes to all these rock fields. Alright, time to hustle. I'm back. Not totally dark yet. You can still see easily without a headlamp. Here's the total time. 11 hours and 12 minutes. Just after 8 o'clock.